The Rainbow family of Living Light have chosen to have its annual gathering in the Chattahoochee National Forest of North Georgia. This means thousands will be traveling to the area to camp and participate in the event. On the outskirts of the main gathering is the Critical Care Camp, where the more medically inclined rainbows work to take care of the gathering's participants who require more medical attention. I spoke with Water Singing on the Rocks, who has been helping on the medical side of rainbow gatherings for over 40 years.
I'm a retired naturopathic physician, and I've been working with our medical tribe since '77. And we used to call ourselves CALM. We still do. CALM stands for Center for Alternative Living Medicine. And the philosophy is you go into an emergency and you calm it first. It includes people like Badger who are on dialysis and have to drive into town every 2 days. And it includes people who are on oxygen and got to keep their oxygen systems going. People on CPAP, so they have to have a generator on all night, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So that's what Critical Care Camp is about.
But Water and the others at CCC must be prepared for all kinds of injuries and conditions that come about during gatherings.
Of course, you get cut feet, cut fingers, insect bites, infections, colds, coughs, fear, anxiety, people with relationship problems, emotional problems, burns, things you'd expect, sprains, strains. You get a little bit of that every year, of course.
But as you may have guessed, medical attention received here is quite different from everyday Western medicine.
I am certified in clinical homeopathy. I studied classical homeopathy. I've studied and apprenticed in shiatsu, in scientific massage. I have a lot of different models that I use. Naturopathy is based on nature and natural. We use oxygen, we use water, we use temperature, we use touch, we use plants, we use foods, we use natural ways rather than synthetic or pharmaceuticals. We find what we do is a lot less invasive.
But the challenge of helping the injured, handicapped, and disabled to the gathering is growing harder due to the restrictions of local authorities.
After we started coming here, we were told, nah, unless you want to sign for a permit, we're not going to open up any of the roads. The gathering is not going to fit here the way they want it to fit. There were not very many spots where people could park at all, and some of them the car would be like this. You can't do that with disabled people. They're doing it right now with our cars, but you can't do that with disabled people. You can't do that with somebody that needs help every day, using the bathroom, eating, walking. You can't do that. They are being inhumane because of politics. And that makes me angry.
According to Water, the CCC is located approximately 6 miles away from the main camp, the furthest distance at a gathering in years.
I'm not going to be able to help these critical people and these handicapped people get in very much. Maybe I'll get them in on the 4th of July if I can. I don't know yet how we're going to do it, but we'll try.
Water says that the Rainbow family is all too familiar with this type of treatment from authorities.
I know of years when they've given people tickets for not having a license plate in the front of their car, even though they came from a state that only issues rear license.
Right.
I also knew of a year where they ticketed somebody for not using a turn signal in a meadow.
I attempted to talk to 2 members of the fire service stationed nearby, but they declined, saying they had nothing to do with the gathering but were simply guarding some equipment. Of the gathering, one added, quote, "It's not my lifestyle." As for the Rainbow family, Water is confident in the U.S. Constitution and the family's constitutional rights.
Well, the U.S. Constitution is my permit. It says that I have the right to assemble and gather with other individuals. And the courts have ruled frequently that publicly owned land is the most appropriate place for that to happen. I don't need permission from an agency whose job is to take care of the land that we the people own. They will not stop us from gathering. No matter how hard they try, there will be thousands of people here.
The gathering officially begins on July 1st and runs through July 7th, with the climax being a camp-wide prayer for world peace held on the 4th of July. Jake Cantrell, Vanguard News.